Today is Sunday, January 16th, and no, I did not put out a video yesterday. Weather change definitely got me, like it probably got most of you. So apologies, but I guess yesterday turned into a true day of rest. So, we're gonna move around a little bit. Not do a whole lot. I don't want to really strain myself too much today. So, I think I'm gonna do a little bit. Just a light little, ooh, Lord. Still trying to catch my breath from yesterday. Anyway, excuse me, folks. So I think I'm gonna do a little bit, just light little move around, break out some rust, and I think I might bring out the yoga ball a little bit. So, keep saying a little bit. No. So big, tall, standing up, big and tall, shifting around, moving around, trying to find a spot that might be holding me up. A little bit of everywhere, right? Oh. Slowly work my way down to the floor. Hands and feet flat as I can. Working my way slowly out in front of me towards what I would consider a plank position. Work out into a suspension bridge slowly. Shifting around. Really just want to not do a whole lot of strenuous movements, but really just want to make sure my body's nice and loose. Bend over at the waist, hands and feet as flat as possible. Balance a little bit. Still shifting around, folks. Getting all that blood flowing. Get all those muscles and joints to wake up. And then I'm going to slowly squat down, up onto the balls of my feet. Still shifting around, folks. And now I'm going to take it into a meditation position, right? Hamstrings are still pretty tight. Calf muscles and hip flexors all the same. Feeling not doing anything yesterday, right? At least I am. How about y'all? Just going until I'm comfortable, folks. I'm not trying to really push myself any more than 2 steps back, if you think about it that way. Or 1 step, if that's what's needed. Or just do perfectly normal. Rotate legs. Breathe through any discomfort. Just relaxing. Slowly work my way into a butterfly position. Nothing, don't want to put any stress, right? A little bit, but nothing that I can't deal with, right? Not gonna push my body to any kind of limits. Breathing through it. Go back towards meditation position. See, a little bit of breakup of that rust. Shifting back and forth. Just breathing, right, folks? Still in a meditation position, more or less. Arms outstretched ahead of me. Breathing deep. Slightly shifting around so that nothing goes to sleep. Just keeping that blood flowing, right? Rotate legs. Leaning forward again, if I feel like I need to. Outside of this right thigh is still a little tight, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and breathe into it as I'm going down. Sit back up. Work my way out into a butterfly or flying fish position. Shimmy and shake a little bit, right? helping that circulation open up. Get all that blood flowing, wiggle them toes, wiggle some fingers. Bounce your knees a little bit. Slowly working your forehead, your chin, and your nose lower towards the floor as much as possible. Trying to either rest your chin and your toes like you would be with your hands, like so, or trying to get your forehead as flat on the floor as possible. Right now I can definitely feel the stretch all the way up through. It doesn't hurt. It's just slightly uncomfortable, but the bounce helps with that, right? Breathing through it. I feel the stretch up through the inside of my thighs, into my lower back, up here, into the top of my neck as the further forward as I get, and down through my hip flexors as well. See where I can reach. Arms still stretched out in front of me, as if I was in meditation position. Yeah, I honestly think that may be about right here for now. I'm still a couple inches away from where I would like to be, but the way that I feel as if my upper body, I'm not pushing myself down, I'm legitimately using gravity to hold my upper body weight over my knees, so to speak, so that I am putting more pressure on the inside of my thighs and in my hip flexors, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and sit up, relieving pressure. Slowly work my way back into meditation position. Feeling that rust knock free from the inside of my hips. Breathing through it. Right. Now I'm going to take my heels on the outside of my mats. Now with this one, instead of taking it all the way over to the left and the right and far forward as I can, I'm just going to lean forward about halfway. Halfway to what I would normally be, right? And then for me, I know halfway because I feel as if I'm slightly hunched over. I feel like I am about halfway. My shoulders, the front of my shoulders seem to be in line with my kneecaps, and my forearms are able to rest flat on the ground, but at the same time, my biceps and my upper portion of my arms are also completely in line as well, with making a 90-degree angle. Now I'm just going to shift around at this point, right? Still feel so much stretching all the way up through my hamstrings, all the way up through my hip flexors, through my quads, and depending on how I shift my feet around, I'm feeling it through my calves as well, and in towards the top of my feet, as well as through my arches. So it really just depends on how you shift. And the further you get your upper body weight over your knees, the more stretch you will feel on the inside of your thighs. So So you don't have to actually push on it. You don't have to force. You can just allow your body to rest naturally with more of your weight naturally being over your kneecaps or past your kneecaps. See me shifting back and forth because I'm giving each individual hip joint and every muscle and tendon that we were just talking about stretching into each other and tying in a general area right underneath, right at the balls of my hips. All the while breathing through it, folks. Slowly shifting back and forth. Trying to open up, massaging the thighs out a little bit. Trying to open up all that blood flow and circulation, right? See, right now I'm getting a little tingling down here because I realized that things are starting to wake up, that we're a little bit of loss of feeling in it, right? So now I'm getting that tingling sensation of feeling coming back. Oh, glorious feeling. Breathing through it, this going back into a meditation position. Still shifting back and forth, not letting myself get stagnant. Shift into butterfly position. Look at that, folks. I can shift up and bring my heels in a whole lot closer than I could before. Breathing through it. Slightly leaning forward. Remember, getting that upper body weight. Just allowing gravity to do the work. Out over those knees, out over those, past those hips. A million thousand ants running around on the lower back, right? All those nerves starting to come back alive. I know it looks kind of weird, folks. Right now I'm kind of balancing on my butt, picking my legs up like this because as I draw my feet in closer, same as if I was leaning forward, right? But instead of putting a whole lot of more body weight pressure, all I'm doing is helping, using my arms to pull in instead of hurting the outside of my feet, right? I mean, of course, that's what my mats are for, but sometimes shifting around like this. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, it gives you kind of a workout on your balance. See, like I said, I'm doing the same thing here. Just here, I'm using a lot more of my body pressure instead of pulling in. Oh, okay, I think I'm gonna grab the ball for a moment. Get that pressure off of my lower back, off of my spine. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. So, yeah, I'm slightly giving myself a workout, but honestly, I figured out if I can use this ball to help relieve some of the pressure that I would put on my spine normally when I'm sitting down or doing something, and normal allows me to give myself a little bit more of a workout and a stretch. See, right now, I can feel all this back behind my knees, inside my hip flexors and my lower back. And it's just from shifting around, right? That's all it was. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I feel like I need to get more stretch through my hamstrings. So I'm gonna shift forward on the ball, so I'm sitting more in it, kind of like I would be sitting in a beanbag chair, right? I'm gonna go ahead and put the pressure on the heels of my feet, lean my toes forward, and I'm just gonna slowly lean forward. Well, as I'm doing this, I can feel the stretch all the way back here in my Achilles tendon, the top of my feet, all the way back along here, and all the way back as I shift, depending on how I go and how much pressure I go forward, how far I lean forward, depends on how much I stretch my hamstrings or the whole entire back of my leg from my Achilles tendon all the way up, right? Yep. See, there was a good one. Sometimes all it takes is just rocking forward, right? That right there, because it's pulling a whole lot more and stretching a whole lot more, tell me that's where my part of my problem is for this morning. Normally the areas that are giving you a little bit more issues are probably what's causing you discomfort in other parts of your body. So now I'm going to go ahead, still leaning forward. I'm going to slightly pull back on my feet. Yeah. Still leaning forward as far as possible. Yeah, I really had to get that pressure off my spine, folks. Oof. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to concentrate on stretching a lot more from my core up since I have the ball and I can utilize it, right? Without putting as much pressure on my lower half, so to speak. Reach up, grab my left wrist. I'm going to take it out to the right side of my body. Not too far, but as I lean over, I'm going to feel it stretching all the way out, all the way through my obliques, all the way through my core muscles, my lower back, and all the way up into my shoulder. Though as I do this, I want to I want to feel those muscles opening up, and as I breathe, I want to feel them opening up and stretching. I'm going to take it over to the right side, or take it over to the left side, rotate sides. Now what you see me doing, folks, all I'm doing is I'm bringing my hands back and I'm just placing them on the back side of the ball as far behind me as possible. And then I'm doing a little turtle motion, right? I am rotating my shoulders back as far as possible. Just rolling my shoulders back, right? And just bringing my head forward as far as possible. Shifting around slowly in different directions, seeing if there's any stretching that I can get as I roll my shoulders back, right? Definitely think I need to roll out on a foam roll. Telling you folks, sometimes this yoga ball is going to be a lifesaver when your back really hurts. Takes a little while to get there, but frankly, once you do, it makes things a whole lot simpler. In finding what's bothering you, because just then, like right then, I was having to reset my hip a little bit. But it's not putting as much pressure on my spine as if I was sitting in a normal meditation position. Just breathing and concentrating on allowing my body to kind of flow with it, right? I gotta say, sometimes this is really good for rest days because it's a lot of concentrating. I gotta say that. Just work on breathing, folks. work on that circulation moving around. See, I was finally able to work my hips out enough that I could just shift and pick up and go back into a decent meditation position for myself, right? Breathe, folks. Find that spot that's bothering you. And just breathe through it and concentrate. It's what today is going to be about, right? Recuperation, reset. All right, folks. So I'm going to go ahead and call it. I appreciate y'all greatly for joining me. I think I'm well enough to continue for today. I hope somebody got something out of this. But if not, it was relaxing enough for me. So y'all have a wonderful rest of the weekend. I appreciate y'all joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and do me a favor and share if, for any reason, you did get some help or assistance out of this, or if you think my oddballs and curiosities and way I go about things might be able to help somebody else. If not, still going to continue doing my normal vlog. Appreciate y'all greatly, and have a wonderful, blessed weekend. Bye.